Mark 14:1 through 11. Mark 14:1 through 11. Mark 14 begins with a sandwich story that contrasts the deceitfulness of the religious leaders and of Judas to the cost of a loving devotion demonstrated by a woman. The first slice of bread is the collusion of the religious leaders to get rid of Jesus. The meat of the sandwich is found in the story of a woman who anoints Jesus. This is probably the same Mary that John identifies and parallel in Matthew. It's a different story than that in Luke chapter 7. It's unlikely that this woman interpreted her actions in the same way that Jesus did. She was probably acting upon her conviction that Jesus was the Anointed One, the Messiah. This is a costly act of devotion. As we learn, the perfume that she used could have been sold for a year's wages. But the disciples see this as a waste. John identifies Judas particularly as a disciple that objects because of his own greed and financial impropriety. Then Jesus gives us his interpretation of the event. She is preparing him for burial. The idea of a prearrangement for burial would signal that Jesus was expecting to die a criminal's death. Embalming would not be possible after his execution. That might be the moment that Judas decides that he will betray Jesus. The final slice of bread. He has followed Jesus, expecting that Jesus would be restoring the kingdom of God. Now Jesus is obsessed with dying as a criminal. Judas has had enough.